everybody, it's Mia from TMVH, and today is April 11th, it's Wednesday, and today we're going to talk about the opioid crisis in Chicago. So I kind of want to talk about basically like what we're doing now, what we're trying to do anyway, is talking about kind of just opioids all around America, because the epidemic does affect all 50 of our states. So it happens everywhere, but the Midwest is kind of facing it particularly hard, and Illinois is in the Midwest, and Chicago is in Illinois. And so, you know, Chicago's a major kind of metropolitan city, and because of that, that just makes it a bit more susceptible to issues such as this, like an opioid epidemic. And that's just because it's a very, I've been to Chicago once, okay, so I'm not like an expert on Chicago, but I can say like it's a very nice city. Like when you go, the city is really nice. Like I would describe it as like a cleaner New York. But the population of people that are homeless, the population of people that are drug using, and so kind of maybe homeless on and off, you know, it's a very common thing in Chicago. You see that a lot, and I was very like kind of taken aback by that, because it was a lot more than I guess that I would have expected. So it's that in combination with the fact that, you know, they're not able to find really jobs, and it can just be a difficult place to live. One, if you're homeless because of the weather. I mean, it can get really cold there, and so obviously you don't have a place to stay, and that can be that's a very difficult time to get through with clothes, okay? And like being actually prepared and being able to like afford things that will kind of keep you warm during that time period. So I can't imagine what it's like being unprepared. So yeah, Chicago has it not necessarily very easy at all. And so it's just, like I said, it's a hotbed, and there are other places in Chicago that aren't necessarily like the city like Chicago is, but other places in Illinois that aren't like the city like Chicago is, that like more rural areas that are kind of just facing that same influx of the opioid epidemic. So Illinois, the state of Illinois, it had a 66% jump in, or not suicides, but in opioid overdoses, and that was last year, because that was 2017, and we get our statistics the year after. So in 2019 we'll get 2018's, and so it's just been like a very huge problem. And for that reason, their mayor Rahm Emanuel has actually done He's done a lot. He's done a lot in terms of combating the opioid crisis. He's launched 2 websites to just kind of keep people more informed, which is important. I think education is a really important tool. But one of the other things that he's doing that I think is awesome is that he's making all of the police forces carry, I don't know specifically what drug it is, but it's like the Narcan. It's like Narcan. It resuscitates people from opioid overdoses. So he is trying to make an effort to recognize that the epidemic is occurring, and then trying to figure out how to best combat it. And so I think that's a really important thing. And obviously the city of Chicago is working on getting people into treatment, which I think is ultimately the most important thing. So yeah, we have our morning video, which you guys should check out. The morning video goes into more detail about the opioid crisis in Chicago. It has some statistics in there, like more statistics, and it links you to the 2 websites if you want the 2 websites where Rahm Emanuel gives information. And I went on the 2 of them, and honestly the information is really good, so you should check those out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys tomorrow on April 12th, which will be Thursday. 2 more days to the weekend. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.